Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Sean from Urban Tactical Survival, and today we're going to talk about my modifications and upgrades I've done to the RugerAR 556. I have been out from the video world for quite some time due to some job restraints and some weather and some health issues. And here lately, we've been experiencing for about 2 weeks, every day we've had rain, and it's been treacherous rain almost every day. And that has kept me from going outside and doing anything outside. So I have stayed inside and worked on an indoor project that I've been wanting to do and showcase and bring to you guys. It's some modifications to my EDC and go-to rifle. Now at Urban Tactical Survival, we practice skills that are necessary to survive an SHTF scenario or any type of catastrophic event, both outside in a wilderness survival situation or even at home. You might wake up and hear that bump in the night, and you grab your rifle or your handguns and you go and see about what it is that's been bumping in the night. So there are skills and equipment that is necessary to function in these areas, outside in the wilderness and both at home. And as a prepper, you are prepping and want to supply your house with necessary items such as water, medical supplies, food, clothing, tools and generators and things of that nature. Something that's going to keep you in a position where you can survive X amount of months, maybe 6 to a year, or even longer than that. So you don't know how long an event will take you into a survival situation. What I fear most in this country at this time is an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse. If we suffer something like this over the U.S. hemisphere, it will turn this everything, the electronic, it will just burn out and fry everything. So we'll be back in the dark ages. It will you wouldn't be able to use any electricity. So having said that, there are other elements that would suffer: water supply, food, the ability to get food by trucks to the areas that need it. So you're going to be heavily relied on what you have gathered in your home base. And the only way to secure that stuff that you have is through weapons. So you have to practice and stockpile not only your food supplies and your medical supplies, but also your weaponry. And today I want to show you what I've done, modified, and done with my Ruger AR 556. This is a great budget-friendly rifle. So if those of you guys who are looking for a rifle and want to get into the AR-15 platform and you're on a budget, this is the great rifle for you to get into. It comes in under $500, maybe just a little bit over. Right out the box, mil spec, it is a great shooting rifle. If you didn't do any modifications or any upgrades, it would still run perfectly just as it is out of the box. But knowing me, I like to tinker around with things. I like to make things more comfortable, more personal for me. Now, these are personal preference things, so what works for me may not work for you. You may not like the items I put on this rifle, so it's something that you can do. But I just want to show you where the modifications you can do that won't break the bank. You can do these things and still save money and get the rifle up to specs that will be comfortable for you. So I'm going to start with the back end of the rifle and show you that I have taken the liberty of taking off the mil-spec buttstock and put on a buttstock that was more user-friendly, comfortable for me. This one has 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rubber cushion back here. I'll show you. I'll push that in there, and you can see that that is some serious cushion back there. And the problem I had with the original stock that came on it was with rapid fire or continuous fire of the rifle, it was digging into my shoulders. You really felt that hard piece digging into your shoulders. And this is what that stock piece looked like. This is a mil-spec piece that came on the rifle. It's very hard, unforgiving. It's a 6-position stock piece. So this is also 6 position, so you still get the same functions that that one offered with this one. You have the upgraded pad in the back that gives you the comfort and the protection in your shoulders. So that's one piece that I chose to take off and modify. Also, there are 3 key elements to every rifle that every user should have on their rifle. That's a good quality sling, a good optic, and a good light. Okay, I want to show you the sling that I personally chose to put on here. Is the Blue Force Gear tactical sling. This is a very good sling. It's very durable, very strong. It has a 1.5 inch padding for the shoulders. The rest on your shoulders is about a 1/4 inch thick padding. The webbing on this is very strong. It's very adjustable, and I like it. And it didn't break the bank in trying to get it on here. So that's one option, a Blue Force Gear. Also, as far as optics is concerned, I've gone with the LUCID HD7 reticle red optic up front. It's their 3rd generation model. This one looks like an ACOG, and it's verbally been beat up and talked about on YouTube and various internet homes and locations where they talked about this looking like, you know, a budget ACOG, which it is not. It functions as like an ACOG does. An ACOG is your $900 to $1,000 piece of equipment. This came in under $300. It's affordable, not cheap, but it is very affordable, and it is a very good optic. Here on the side here, you have your reticle knob, which has 4 different reticles you can choose from. On the top and on the side, on the other side of it, is your elevation and windage knobs, and these knobs happen to be, and what was complained about with the other models is that when you screw off the top, you had a tendency to lose them, but these are tethered, so they stay together on the optic, and you can't lose them. So you screw it off, adjust it to the windage or elevation that you need it, screw it back on, and it stays together with the cables that come with it. Up front, I have put on a flash hider that keeps glare light from hitting the front of the optic and giving off a flash. When it comes to snipers, they tend to do that. Put on something up here that mitigates the flash coming off from the light. So I've added one of those on there to keep that from going on. The housing on this is a heavy, thick, rubberized housing over the top of an aluminum body. And this can be operated manually or automatic. The on switch button is right here, and then you have an up and down for manual illumination. Controls the brightness of your red dot sight. And on top is a sensor for automatic based on the ambient light that you happen to be in, whether you're outside or inside. It will adjust the red dot sight accordingly so you can see it. And another cool feature with this optic is that it operates with AAA batteries. Some other optics that have batteries to them are specialized batteries that you have to go hunt down and look for, and they're hard to find. But here they've opted out for a regular old AAA battery you find anywhere, Walmart, CVS, or you know, whatever store you go to, you can find them. Buy them in bulk, and that's what I've done. So you pop in a AAA battery in there and you're good to go, and it's very long lasting. This also has a turn off feature that once you apply, you turn it on, it'll leave it sitting down for any length of time. It will turn itself off after 2 hours, so you don't drain down the battery. But if you do drain the battery, you always should have a backup, and you just pop in a new AAA battery and you're good to go. Now with the light source, a funny story. Let's go back to the magnifier. Now, in ordering a magnifier, I was looking for a mount that I could put the magnifier on to the rifle with. So I went with UTG's mounts, side mount for my magnifier. And the magnifier is also a LUCID 2x5 variable magnifier. And in the rear, it also has an ocular for those who have bad eyesight and you want to help adjust up front from the rear. You can turn this and it will help you adjust to see whatever it is up front that you need to see on your sights. The turn dial on here is very smooth for your 2x5 magnification. And like I said, the ocular in the back is a very good feature for those who are not walking around with 20/20 vision. That's a very good feature right there. So in ordering the mount for the magnifier, I noticed that in my email that they notified me telling me that, you know, the mounts were on their way. They left their warehouse and on their way. I looked down closely at the email and noticed that instead of one being ordered, there were two. Now two is my lucky number, so two was ordered, and I was okay with that because I did need another mount to mount the light, and I was forced to look for and had trouble finding a mount that would fit this light. And in that department, I didn't see it necessary to go out and start looking for another light when I already had two in my possession. It was the WOWTAC A1S V2s. These are excellent lights. Okay, they offer excellent brightness. They have several different bright modes with the light, so you can turn it on in several different modes. You go from very low to medium to high. It also has a strobe on it, so in the event that you need an SOS to send out an SOS, you can do that right from the rifle itself. And you don't have to hold this in your hand to do that. You'll already have it on your rifle. So I had two of these in my possession. So instead of going out and spending another $300 or $400 on a Surefire light and a mount for this rifle, I already had the two mounts and I had two lights already in my possession. So the mounts themselves also came with two sleeve adjusters. So this is a 30mm tube, and the light itself, the body on the light itself was not 30mm. So I took one of the extra add-on tubes that came with the mount, slipped it over the light, and it fit perfectly up into the mount itself. So now I'm able to mount one of those WOWTACs on the rifle in this position, and since it's a flip to the side mount, if I wanted to, I could pull this and flip it down to the side. So I flip it there or back up on the high position. So, and they do lock in. Once you've moved it in either position, it locks in and it doesn't move. So it's locked there and will stay there until I decide to move it on my own. So that was a good thing. I had the two mounts come to me and that was perfect. It was right on time and didn't have to spend any more time looking for lights or a mount because I had them right here. And up front you got the basic mil-spec A2 sight up front, gas block. I went and took off the handguard that came with it, the mil-spec handguard, and this is what that looked like on the rifle. And this is heat resistant, but you notice it doesn't have the heat shield on the inside. Some of the handguards like this have a metal heat shield that protects and blocks the heat from the barrel getting through the handguard. So I wasn't happy with that, so I took this off and and I went with UTG's four-sided Picatinny rail with the pads that go on top of it, and that helps support and cushion and also protect your hands from the heat. Another advantage feature that I did also add to the rifle that helps mitigate and keeps my hand away from the heat is a vertical foregrip that you drop down, that I added down underneath on one of the Picatinny rails underneath the rifle. So now I'm able to hold on to the vertical foregrip as I mount this rifle to my shoulder, and I'm able to get up on it and pull it to my shoulder nice and tight and hold on to here. So I can hold it in this fashion or hold it this way and pull it close in and still operate the light at the same time. It's right there where the light is, right there where I need it, holding on to the grip. Just put my thumb up and operate the light, and I'm good to go. Also, another key feature area, the life of the rifle is your BCG. Okay, I've taken the liberty of changing that. So I've gone with Sharp's Rifle Company, bolt carrier group, and I'll be doing a review and testing on that on this rifle. And I've also gone with the BCM ambidextrous charging handle. So I'm able to charge this handle from either from the left or the right side, depending on which shoulder I have the rifle mounted on. So whether the left side, I charge it from here, or if I have it on the right side, charge it from the left, and keep going and stay into battle. So the sling, BCG, the BCM charging handle, the sights, magnifier, stock, all pieces of furniture that I personally felt the need to put on. It's a personal preference things for this rifle for myself. What works for me may not work for you. You may not like this particular setup as you see it here. There's the other side with the light there. You may not like this side, this setup. So you can go out and get whatever you want and put on there. But this is just the idea. It gives you an idea of what you can and where you can make adjustments and modifications to the rifle. Like I said, right out the box, this is an excellent rifle. Don't go out and start spending hundreds of dollars on items to go on this rifle. You don't need it. It's not necessary that you spend that kind of money. I'm a firm believer that you get what you pay for, but don't feel the need to drop $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on a rifle. Not at this time. I myself am on a budget, so this rifle came right when I needed, right on time, and you know it's a good running rifle. So I'm sure that you will be pleased with it. It also came with 130 round PMag, so get yourself some more mags and ammo, mags and ammo. That's the key to keeping this running. Mags and ammo. Every week I go and get 2 or 3 boxes of ammo. And if I could get ammo, if I could get PMags the way I buy ammo, I would have ammo magazines throw it everywhere around here. Mags and ammos. And then get out there and practice. The only way you can be proficient is to get out there and actually run the rifle and practice. Run some drills and burn up some rounds and some mags. So that's it for now. Bringing you the modifications and the upgrades that I've chose to do for this rifle. Like I said, it's a personal preference thing, so you can do whatever you want with them. But this is what I'm just showing you that I've done for this one, and it works. It works for me. Also, yeah. Also here, the hand grip. I've chosen to go with the what is it? The MAGPUL's MOE plus grip on the grip here. It's very comfortable. It feels rubberized, and also has the spare compartment so you can add batteries. You put batteries up in here if you want to, or you can put other pieces of tools that are like extra firing pins, or a bolt, you know, the actual bolt that goes up in here. You can put those in there for supplies. Has a little compartment. You pull this out here, and there you can add stuff up in there. So I've also added that on there. One other thing I do plan on it, not gonna get around to it no time soon, but I will change the muzzle brake on the front. This is the old-fashioned bird cage style muzzle brake on it. It works perfectly for now, but I like the Surefire wall comp I'm looking at to apply to that, and make it battle ready for myself. So this is what can be done. Get out, get your rifle. It's it's a high quality rifle, low budget. Those who are on a budget, this is the rifle for you. If you never had an AR-15 and you're looking to get into the market for one, and don't want to drop $200 or $300 or $400 or $1,000 on a rifle, here you go, and runs just as well and just as good as your $2,000 or $3,000 rifle. So the RugerAR 5.56. Get yourself one. You won't be disappointed. I'm Sean from Urban Tactical Survival. Remember, now is the time to survive and prepare. And remember, always check your six. Till the next time, take care and be vigilant.